Hello, we're in MidTown talking to Chase McKenna.
Hello.
So Chase,
Yes.
who are you?
Who am I? That's a very deep, profound question. Let's see. I'd say at the end of the day, I am still an 8-year-old who never got tired of playing dress up. And I incorporate that pretty much in my everyday life. And I've always just been that big kid who sees art and creativity everywhere. When I finish my paper towel roll in my kitchen, I still see it as a telescope from my pirate ship. And so that really inspired Mary War Theater Group in putting in this idea of being able to create art anywhere.
So what is it that got you interested in art when you were young?
It's been there since I was a kid. I can definitely say my father encouraged that, and I started doing theater when I was 6. I think the moment I came out of the womb, I was a ham. I didn't do a lot of crying. I just did a lot of exaggerated facial expressions, and people giggled and laughed, and I got very positive responses from being entertaining from a very early age. And then I feel very fortunate that my theater experience started very young, and my mentors were people like Dr. Dillard and Dr. Bernardi, and I learned so much from them at an early age. And so once I got the theater bug, that was it. It was a permanent life condition.
And I love what you create. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But how do you stay motivated?
Oh, I think the hard thing is, how do I stay motivated in between shows? Yeah. It's when I'm doing shows that's easy. It's the downtime between them that becomes a challenge of just life and experiences. But I'm constantly inspired by the people around me, and Reno. I find the city to be really inspirational. It is popping in new ways that is making me work harder. It is making me really step up to be a part of this massive art movement that is taking place here. So I find that inspiration is everywhere, and it hits me from really unexpected places. When I really need a battery boost and uplift, a nice little drive up to Ashland, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, wow, I mean, that's inspiring to me because they started as long ago as, Reno Little Theater started their theater, and you can see where it became from a city that did not have those actors there and did not have that population. And they created that simply with theater and art by bringing people together with stories. And they started with a simple outdoor platform, kind of like what we do on the steps of the Lear.
Yes.
And then they ended up with 3 massive theaters and the longest festival in the United States. So I like to think from our little dirt lot on the steps of the Lear that bringing people together with stories is a powerful thing, and that maybe we can expand that.
And in Reno, we do have quite a few theaters.
Great theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just blowing up. I love that there's new theater companies popping up all over the place. Sisters 3 is one of the new ones. Laughing Owl, of course, and Bruka, Sierra School of Performing Arts, Reno Little Theater.
Restless Artists.
Restless Artist Theater.
All the way out in Sparks.
Mary War. That it's just this never-ending excitement and encouragement of art and artists, and it gives everybody more opportunities to be a part of that storytelling.
So what's next for you?
Currently, I'm guest directing over at Bruka, and I'm so excited to be over there. Mary is amazing. Thank you, Mary Bennett. Oh my goodness. Talk about motivating and inspiring and encouraging. You just feel her passion when you're sitting in the room with her. And
I know. I've been working with her for quite a few years, and
she instills such an incredible environment to create. There's such an openness and a love and a welcomeness there to discover things, and she is so happy to help you and open the doors for you to be able to do that. So I feel very lucky. I'm guest directing Nation of Two at Bruka, which is a war cycle show Mary War has done before. We did Gospel According to First Squad and Wounded. They've all been written by Tom Burmester. And again, we are the first people to get to premiere it since it premiered in Los Angeles. So it is new, fresh, new works for Reno. And it is a powerful play about family dynamics and loss and what it means for those shifts to begin to take place and how people grieve and how people cope with these losses. So pretty powerful play.
Sounds powerful.
It is. It's definitely not a comedy. It's got some funny moments, but I'd say this one's going to be more cathartic and therapeutic.
And then you're the one at the steps of the Lear.
Yes.
Later on.
Yep. So after we do Nation of Two, which that's going to be in March and April, the performances will start at the end of March and go through April. We will hold auditions in February for the Summer Shakespeare Show. This is our 5th annual. I can't believe we've done 5 years there now. Isn't that amazing? And I just announced it. It's official, and especially now that I'm putting it in this interview, I have to stick with it. We are going to do Taming of the Shrew this year. So we will be auditioning in February, and then that will be taking place 4 weekends in June.
And if you haven't made it to one of those, you should.
It's free to the public,
Free, it's
open to the
fun,
community.
it's easy to understand, not so Shakespearean.
We try to make it a little more accessible. We always contemporize it. I'm very excited about the idea this year. And I love casting new people. I love working with new people. So if you've ever thought about acting, please come out and audition. And it's going to be another good time. 5th year, it's crazy.
Well, you have a lot going on, so
Thank you.
check out Nation of One?
Nation of Two.
Nation of Two. Nation of Two coming up. That's
Bruka.
at Bruka. Have you gone into rehearsals yet?
We just started. Yeah, this has been our first week. I couldn't be more excited about this cast. They are just unbelievable powerhouse. They're already
Who's
at
in it?
performance level. Cammie Thompson, Sean Lutz, Brian Alt, Noelle, I always say her last name wrong, Suchia, Vincent, Jesse Richards, Brantley Compton, Ender Riddle, Greg Kleino. It's just some amazing people are in it. Cassie Moore is helping me stage manage. Woody Ray Forrester's assistant directing. And so we've got this real powerhouse team. And they came in with some really strong choices, and they're dynamic. I mean, they are already so intimate and comfortable with each other. Like I said, Bruka really created that space for us. And I think everybody's feeling that. So it's a good place to start.
Well, be on the lookout for what's coming from Chase McKenna.
Thank you.
And I'm sure she'll surprise us with a few other things.
I hope so.